Hey guys, it's Casey and welcome back to the channel. While Congress deliberates this week on finalizing a second stimulus package, which is going to likely include a $1,200 stimulus check for all of the unemployed Americans, Kamala Harris, who's the Democrat of California, proposed last week on MSNBC not only a $1,200 stimulus check, but also a $2,000 stimulus check, and she wanted that recurring. And you know what? She's not the only one who is on board with something like that. Kamala Harris, along with Senator Bernie Sanders and Ed Markey, both are proposing having $2,000 a month given on a recurring payment basis until we can get this COVID situation and this unemployment situation under control. And her thinking behind this is that basically we don't have enough support at an economic level to be able to sustain our economy in its current condition. And so Kamala Harris said that instead of just offering a one-time $1,200 a month payment, that let's just go ahead and do the $2,000 a month recurring until we can confirm that the economy is going to bounce out of this recession and until we can get this COVID situation under control. Now, she is also pitching this to Congress as well to kind of get them to lean towards something like this. And I don't know how I feel about whether or not she's going to be successful with this. And I say that because the Republicans, as many of you guys may know, are very cheap. They don't want to pass anything that doesn't involve giving it to a business. So much so to where they took the original $3 trillion package that was passed by the Democrats in the middle of May, and they wanted to trim 66% off of it. They said we only want to do $1 trillion of that, and we don't want to give $1,200 a month. We only want to give $400, $800 a month, and only for people who make $40,000 or less. Well, Kamala Harris is basically saying that's not good enough, and we need more than that. And so, good luck getting something like this passed in Congress. I think at this point, the best that we can hope for is trying to actually get maybe $1,200 paycheck a month, but just in the hopes that somehow Congress pulls a rabbit out of the hat and they do actually surprise us with this. Here are some of the details that Kamala Harris is actually proposing in her package to Congress. So, as I already reiterated, she wants to give $2,000 a month to anyone earning up to $120,000 per year, which is a lot different than the original $75,000 that originally was provided out for the first stimulus check. She does want the monthly payments to begin to phase out, starting at $100,000 per year, which basically means that if you were making $100,000 per year, you may not get $2,000 a month, but maybe you get $1,600 a month or $1,800 a month. I'm not sure if it's like $1,000, $100 phased out for every $10,000 that you make over $120 per year or over $100,000, but that's still quite significant. Married couples who filed jointly would receive up to $4,000, which is amazing. And you can receive up to $2,000 for each dependent, a maximum of 3 dependents. So as you guys can tell, what Kamala Harris is proposing is significantly higher than what was originally done in the first stimulus package. She's also proposing that the legislation would be retroactive to March of 2020, which basically means that we would go back literally 3 months and start issuing out $2,000 checks. That means that all Americans who made $100,000 or less would receive like $6,000 check in the mail. That's crazy. She's also recommending that every U.S. resident can receive the payment regardless if they file taxes or whether they have a social security number. So it may not seem important to you if you are like just a regular U.S. resident, but if you are a person that works in America and pays taxes and has a job and whatnot, but you don't have a social security number or EIN number or TIN number or what have you, you would still qualify for this, which is great. And she wants the payments to last 3 months after the end of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, the question would be, when do we decide when the COVID-19 pandemic has ended? Like, is that ever going to end? Like, when do we determine that? Is that based on the unemployment rate amount, based on your state? Is it based on when the Fed comes out and says that the economy is now back to normal and they're going to stop buying ETFs and all these government bonds? I don't know. But basically, she wants it to be retroactive 3 months, and she wants it to continue 3 months past COVID-19, which is just amazing. Now, this isn't the first time that legislation like this has been proposed. For example, former presidential candidate Andrew Yang, he was a leading proponent of the universal basic income measure, which also Senator Bernie Sanders is also a big proponent of. He proposed $1,000 a month for every U.S. citizen 18 years and older forever. I'm going to say that again. President candidate Andrew Yang proposed $1,000 a month for every single U.S. citizen 18 and above forever. Also, billionaire and entrepreneur Shark Tank star Mark Cuban, he proposed giving Americans $1,000 every 2 weeks. That's interesting, because the HERO Act, the $3 trillion stimulus package that was passed by the House of Representatives middle of May, that did not even include a monthly stimulus check. So Kamala Harris is straight up just going far left field and like, look, let's just drop the hammer on the fly. Let's give everybody $2,000 a month, and let's give it retroactively, and let's make sure that they're more than comfortable. And I don't know. I mean, it's a great idea. It's a great thinking. It would be super expensive to do something like this. And I don't know how that would help incentivize people to get back to work, but it might not help, it may not hurt at least people being able to pay their bills and the rents and the mortgages and things of that nature. So I don't know. We'll see. You know, we're only a couple of days away from Congress passing legislation and confirming that, and so maybe we'll get a couple of curveballs, and some of these will be in the package. Who knows? So if you guys have got to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are tuned into the channel. You've subscribed. You're going to like the video because we are going to be receiving a finalized package here from Congress in the next couple of days. Hopefully, at least hopefully by the end of the week. And so as soon as we have confirmation of that, I will be uploading a video on that, providing all of the details in relations to the stimulus checks, the stimulus package, and what we can expect and when we can expect it. So thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel. Hopefully you've enjoyed this content, you find it very valuable, and I'll talk to you later. Take care.